65 million years ago, Earth woke beneath a golden sun, a planet brimming with life unlike anything we see today. Towering forests stretched across continents, oceans teemed with massive predators, and the land was ruled by creatures that had survived for over 160 million years. It was a world of power, of beauty, of balance. And yet, in less than 24 hours, this balance would shatter forever. This is the story of the final day of the dinosaurs. Not a legend, not a myth, but a scientifically reconstructed journey through the last hours before the greatest extinction the planet has ever seen. A day that would end the reign of giants and pave the way for the rise of mammals, and eventually, humans. Before we begin, this is Trillies. If you love documentaries that bring science to life, if you want cinematic stories backed by research, support the channel by subscribing, liking, and sharing. Your support allows us to continue creating long, accurate, and engaging documentaries for viewers all over the world. As the sun rises over the Cretaceous landscape, the first light falls upon vast plains where herds of Triceratops move cautiously between towering ferns and cycads. The dew glistens on their frilled heads as they graze, unaware of the shadow that is about to fall across their world. Nearby, a Tyrannosaurus rex emerges from the forest edge, massive and commanding, scanning the terrain for prey. In the skies above, pterosaurs glide gracefully, wings stretched wide, catching the currents. Below, in the rivers, mosasaurs stalk their meals with lethal precision. The world is alive, vibrant, and unshakable, or so it seems. Far beyond Earth, a rock larger than Mount Everest tears through the vacuum of space. It has traveled for millions of years, untouched and unobserved, carrying within it the power to alter life on the planet in an instant. Its trajectory is perfect. Its speed unmatched. In hours, it will collide with Earth, releasing more energy than every nuclear weapon ever detonated combined. Yet none of the creatures below have any warning. None can comprehend what is coming. The morning unfolds with its usual rhythm. Young Triceratops lock horns playfully, practicing for the challenges of adulthood. Raptors dart through underbrush, agile and alert. Small mammals scurry in the shadows, hiding from predators yet thriving in their niches. The air is rich with the sense of life, damp earth, flowering plants, and the faint tang of distant rivers. It is a normal day, filled with the ordinary pulse of existence. High above, the faint light of the asteroid begins to appear. Initially, it is nothing more than a tiny glimmer in the sky, easily mistaken for a star. But it grows, becoming brighter, larger, and impossible to ignore. Birds call out nervously. Some dinosaurs tilt their heads, sensing a disturbance in the atmosphere, an unease that cannot be explained. The light streaks across the sky, trailing heat and friction, a harbinger of the destruction soon to arrive. The asteroid enters the upper atmosphere, igniting in a blaze of fire that outshines the sun. The sky glows with an intensity never before seen on Earth. A sonic boom follows, rolling across continents, unnoticed only by those too small or too oblivious to perceive it. The air compresses violently ahead of the asteroid, heating to thousands of degrees, and the first signs of panic ripple through the animal world. Herds scatter, predators hesitate. Every living creature senses that something is wrong. Then, the impact. It strikes the area we now call the Yucatan Peninsula with unimaginable force. The energy released is equivalent to 10 billion Hiroshima bombs. The ground vaporizes instantly. Mountains crumble. Oceans flash boil. A crater forms more than 150 kilometers wide in a matter of seconds. The shockwave travels faster than sound, flattening forests, toppling trees, and pulverizing everything in its path. Within moments, the life in this area is gone. But the devastation is not local, it is global. Debris is hurled into the atmosphere at supersonic speeds. Firestorms ignite across continents, forests and plains alike consumed in flames. Molten rock rains down like fire, igniting more destruction. The air fills with smoke, ash, and the choking scent of incinerated life. Animals far from the impact zone are affected instantly, panicked by heat, pressure, and the sudden collapse of their familiar world. In the first hour after impact, darkness begins to fall across the planet. Billions of tons of dust and sulfur enter the stratosphere, blocking sunlight. Temperatures plummet. Photosynthesis halts. Crops and forests die without the sun's energy. Herbivores starve, followed swiftly by the carnivores that preyed upon them. Rivers and oceans cool dramatically, disrupting marine life. The collapse of ecosystems unfolds in real time, and the age of the dinosaurs begins its final chapter. Days pass, and the impact winter deepens. Fires rage across continents. Acid rain pours from the darkened skies, eating away at plants, rocks, and soil. Oceans become acidic, killing vast numbers of plankton, the base of marine life. Insects, reptiles, amphibians, and fish vanish in massive numbers. The survivors are the small, the adaptable, and the hidden: mammals burrowing underground, birds taking flight in search of sparse food, seeds lying dormant beneath layers of ash. Months pass. The planet remains shrouded in gloom. Ice and cold grip regions near the poles. Volcanic activity compounds the devastation, pumping more particles into the already darkened sky. The giants of the dinosaur world, dependent on abundant food and warmth, cannot survive. Herds that once roamed thousands of kilometers are reduced to skeletons, their existence ending in silence and darkness. Years later, the dust begins to settle. The sun returns, gradually breaking through the haze. Green returns to the land as hardy plants regrow. Water systems stabilize. Mammals emerge from hiding, expanding into niches once dominated by dinosaurs. Birds, descendants of the smallest feathered dinosaurs, take flight again. Slowly, life rebuilds. The world that emerges is forever altered, shaped by catastrophe, but brimming once more with potential. The extinction of the dinosaurs was not the end, it was a transformation. Their legacy survives in the birds that fill our skies, in the genetic threads passed through time, in the fossil record that tells their story. From this destruction rose the ancestors of mammals, and ultimately, humanity. The Earth that exists today is the product of survival, adaptation, and the relentless march of evolution. This was the final 24 hours of the dinosaurs, a day that changed the planet forever, a day written in stone, ash, and memory. Their world may have ended, but their story continues, carried in every bird that flies above us, every mammal that scurries below, and every species that inherited the Earth. And now, as you reflect on this journey, remember the power of knowledge, the beauty of life, and the fragility of existence. Support Trillies by subscribing, liking, and sharing, so that stories like this can reach more people, bringing history, science, and emotion together in a cinematic experience. Take a moment to imagine the sun rising over a silent world, the echoes of life returning, the tiny mammals scuttling in the shadows, and the first birds taking flight. Life endures, life evolves, life triumphs. The dinosaurs are gone, but their story is eternal, a reminder that even the mightiest of creatures can be brought low, and that from destruction comes the promise of a new beginning. This was the final day, the last breath, the ultimate transformation. A journey through the final 24 hours of the giants that once ruled Earth. And with that, their legacy lives on, remembered, honored, and shared through every documentary, every story, and every curious mind that seeks to understand the past.